Good evening and welcome to Africa-Japan Business Investment Forum in Addis Ababa.
Such exchange of visits have certainly strengthened already excellent relations between Africa and Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, as this forum is being held in the spirit of TICAD 5, that emphasizes the role of both national and international private investment as a driver of economic growth and development and generation of decent employment. There is no doubt that this will help strengthen ties between African and Japanese business networks, as well as to share best practices and opportunities between our two sides. I call upon prospective investors to invest in energy production from the future, that's the clean energy sources. As such, it is also an expression of Japan's renewed commitment to Africa.
このように時期を得た本フォーラムが双方の経済、ビジネス関係にさらなる発展に大きく寄与することを願っております。
I now declare the Africa-Japan Business Investment Forum is officially open.
But when a person can detect you, I still can, I'm working. The battery is integrated.
Not integrated.
Because the ones you have in Addis, it's solar panel separated, with light separated, with battery, right? Let me show you how it works. When the sun sets, when the darkness comes, automatically in 30 seconds, it will be on. Let me show you, for example. I cover it. Now it's on. It's a light, right? We use it in area like this, like 4 meters high. In parks, in small streets, you can use this.
No, if you're in the sea.
Nobody is exploiting. You don't need no noise, no effect for human body.
我々は我々の製品を東アフリカで販売するためにパートナーを探しに来ました。
The most important skill that we have in this continent is our human resources.
Japanese business are considered as the African continent as the last resort to investment. And Japanese people are talking about China plus one. As you know, Japan rushed to invest to China almost 10, 20 years ago. And after that, they are looking for another country to invest. They moved to Southeast Asia up to Myanmar or Bangladesh. And next goal is African continent. That's why so many companies come here to listen to the discussion. And they are talking about practical things to the African businessmen. Now is mature time to proceed the business with Africa, a business between Africa and the Japanese side.
Rwanda here,
the electricity access is only 23%. So priority number one is to light in the house. Priority number two, they want it to charge a telephone.
Yes.
Number three, if it's big enough, they want to use it for radio and television. That would be the beginning. Yeah. Now, number two, this one has its own niche market. You have people in urban centers in the city and in peripheral. They will want it for their garden. They want it, outside. Outside their house, you know. A hotel like this will need it here, there at night. So the market can be, for example, households in urban areas, business centers like hotels and shops and supermarkets where people go, other institutions, for example, in town or in rural areas, for schools, hospitals, out there in military camps, in prisons. So, with that, I think we are able to market that in Rwanda and also in other neighboring countries.
Ça, on peut, c'est mobile quoi.
Ouais,
C'est
c'est
mobile.
So, for the Japanese side, how can match Japanese technology or knowledge to the needs in Africa? So they are now knowing the African requests and needs in this continent. So they are, I am sure they are making approach to the business here in the African continent here. Most important thing to see, to believe. So I'd like to ask African businessman to come to Japan and to have a talk with Japanese businessmen or journalists or government officials. So they feel they can catch something to be a partner with Japanese businessmen.
Ils sont nombreux à s'arrêter sur le stand de Koyo Business où panneaux solaires et lampes LED sont présentés. Après 20 ans d'existence, la société japonaise s'intéresse depuis l'an passé à l'Afrique. Makita Koji précise que des produits ont été conçus spécialement.
Au Sénégal, nous avons constaté que les panneaux solaires étaient couverts de poussière. Alors, comme vous le voyez, nous en avons fabriqué un en ajoutant une pellicule plastique spéciale et on a supprimé la tranche inférieure du cadre pour laisser la poussière s'évacuer naturellement.
Koyo a un autre atout, Mansour Diagne, sénégalais installé au Japon depuis 23 ans, qui tente d'atténuer les différences culturelles. Ce dernier est confiant malgré une concurrence chinoise déjà bien implantée.
Les gens peuvent choisir. La plupart des pays africains ont déjà essayé plusieurs compagnies, mais il y a pas mal de mauvaises expériences avec les compagnies étrangères. Ceux qui préfèrent la bonne qualité peuvent acheter chez les Japonais. Nous, les Japonais, moi je suis sénégalais, mais en tant qu'une compagnie japonaise, partout en Afrique, les gens nous font confiance.
Le marché asiatique étant désormais bouché, Koyo Business avance que l'Afrique représentera bientôt 90% de son activité. Hiroshi Kato, vice-président de la JICA, l'agence de coopération japonaise, confirme que son gouvernement encourage désormais grandement les sociétés nationales à investir sur le continent.
Elles étaient réticentes à venir en Afrique, particulièrement après la crise de l'économie japonaise dans les années 90. Elles n'étaient donc pas encouragées à investir à l'étranger. Et quand elles l'étaient, l'Afrique n'était qu'une deuxième ou troisième option. Mais désormais, la perception du continent a changé. À l'approche de 2030, 2040 ou 2050, l'Afrique sera peut-être le moteur de l'économie globale.